What if I told you that your perfect high-protein breakfast is the very reason you're wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling? For years, we've been told that eggs are the ultimate superfood, the gold standard of protein. But for those of us over 60, there is a hidden tipping point, where this nutritional powerhouse stops building your muscles and starts quietly overworking your kidneys. Today, we're uncovering the uncomfortable truth. You aren't just eating an egg, you might be unknowingly spiking your creatinine levels and forcing your kidneys to work a double shift while you're trying to sleep. If you've been feeling an unexplainable fatigue, or if your nightly trips to the bathroom have become a frustrating routine, the culprit isn't just old age. It's sitting right there in your refrigerator. Hi everyone, and welcome back. We all want to stay active, keep our minds sharp, and enjoy these golden years to the fullest. But as we cross that 60-year mark, our internal filtration system, our kidneys, undergoes a massive shift. They become more like a delicate vintage watch than a heavy-duty machine. They require precision. In my years of focusing on longevity and metabolic health, I've seen thousands of well-intentioned people doing all the right things, eating their eggs, staying hydrated, yet their lab results show a troubling rise in creatinine and a decline in kidney function. The tragedy is that 80% of seniors are making at least one critical mistake with how they prepare or time their meals, never realizing that they are suffocating their kidneys' ability to recover overnight. This isn't about giving up eggs, far from it. It's about a sophisticated recalibration. In the next 18 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 6 toxic ways eggs are commonly consumed in modern households that are driving up kidney stress and ruining sleep. More importantly, I'm going to show you a simple science-backed blueprint to prep your eggs so they nourish your body without leaving your kidneys to pay the price.
Let us stop the invisible damage and start eating for a longer, deeper, sleeping life.
1. The salmonella gamble and the dehydration domino effect. We've all seen the cooking shows praising the perfect runny yolk. And for a long time, you probably ate your eggs over easy without a second thought. But here is the biological reality. As we age, our stomach acid production, the first line of defense against foodborne pathogens, naturally declines. What used to be a minor stomach upset for a 30-year-old can become a medical emergency for someone over 65. When you consume raw or undercooked egg whites, you are inviting salmonella into an environment that is no longer equipped to fight it off instantly. But here's the part most people miss: it's not just about food poisoning. For a senior, a bout of diarrhea or vomiting leads to rapid, severe dehydration. In the medical world, we call this a pre-renal hit. When you are dehydrated, the blood flow to your kidneys drops significantly. This causes an immediate spike in creatinine and can even trigger acute kidney injury, AKI. That one gourmet runny egg isn't just a risk for your gut, it's a gamble with your kidneys' filtration pressure. To keep your kidneys safe and your blood markers stable, the whites must be fully opaque and the yolks firm. It's the simplest insurance policy you can take out every morning. 2. The protein overload. When healthy becomes heavy in America, we are obsessed with protein. We're told we need it for our muscles, our bones, and our metabolism. So, many of you might be eating 3 or 4 eggs a day, thinking you're doing your body a favor. But your kidneys have a ceiling for how much protein they can process at once. Think of your kidneys as a specialized waste treatment plant. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down into urea and other nitrogenous wastes. If you flood the system with 4 eggs in one sitting, you're creating a backlog of waste. Your kidneys have to ramp up their filtration rate to keep up, a state known as hyperfiltration. Over time, this constant high pressure wears down the delicate nephrons, the tiny units that do the filtering. This is exactly why you might see your GFR, glomerular filtration rate, dipping. You aren't fueling your muscles, you're exhausting your filters. For most adults over 60, 1 to 2 eggs is the sweet spot. Anything more isn't just extra calories, it's extra labor for an organ that's trying to retire. 3. Oxidized fats and the clogged pipe syndrome. There is nothing quite like the smell of eggs frying in butter on a Saturday morning. But have you ever noticed those brown, crispy, lace-like edges on a fried egg? In the world of biochemistry, those are a red flag. When you fry eggs at high heat, especially with butter or refined vegetable oils, the fats undergo a process called oxidation. This creates advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. I want you to visualize AGEs as microscopic sludge. When this sludge enters your bloodstream, it targets your smallest blood vessels first. And where are the smallest, most delicate blood vessels in your entire body?
Inside your kidneys.
This sludge causes microinflammation, making the vessels stiff and narrow. When the pipes in your kidneys become narrow, your blood pressure has to rise just to push the blood through. This is the silent cycle. Fried eggs lead to vessel stiffness, which leads to high blood pressure, which eventually leads to kidney scarring. If you want to protect your cardiovascular health and keep your creatinine low, we need to move away from the high-heat frying pan and toward gentler methods like poaching or steaming. Now, these first 3 mistakes are about what and how we eat. But the next 3? They are about the hidden partners we pair with our eggs and the silent timing that is wrecking your sleep. Let's look at why your morning cup of joe and your late-night snack are the secret enemies of your kidney health. 4. The Tannin Trap. Why your morning coffee is a quiet saboteur. For most Americans, a cup of coffee or a strong black tea is the non-negotiable partner to an egg breakfast. It feels like the perfect start to the day. But here is the biochemical conflict. Eggs are one of the best sources of non-heme iron and essential minerals. However, coffee and tea contain high amounts of tannins and polyphenol. These compounds act like a magnet. They bind to the nutrients in the eggs before your body can absorb them, creating a heavy, indigestible complex in your gut. Beyond the malabsorption, there's a direct hit to your kidneys. Caffeine is a natural diuretic that increases glomerular pressure. When you combine the high protein of eggs with the pressuring effect of caffeine, you're essentially hitting the accelerator and the brake at the same time. This creates a spike in renal workload right at the start of your day. If you struggle with fluctuating blood pressure or mid-morning fatigue, try this simple shift. Enjoy your coffee 1 hour after your eggs. Give your kidneys the grace period they need to process the protein first without the caffeinated pressure. 5. The sodium stealth and the fluid retention cycle. We often blame sugar for our health woes, but for the senior kidney, salt is the silent architect of decline. A single egg is naturally low in sodium, but in the American kitchen, we rarely eat them alone. We add sea salt, hot sauces, or pair them with a side of processed sausage or bacon. This creates a sodium bomb. When your sodium intake spikes, your body is forced to hold onto water to dilute it. This increases your total blood volume, which means your heart has to pump harder and your kidneys have to filter a much higher volume of fluid. For someone over 60, this fluid retention doesn't just show up as swollen ankles, it shows up as nightly bathroom trips. Your body spends all day trying to manage that salt, and the moment you lie down at night, your kidneys finally try to flush it out. That 2 a.m. wake-up call? It might just be the salt from your breakfast finally reaching the finish line. 6. The midnight protein punch, violating the kidney's curfew. This is perhaps the most misunderstood mistake of all. Many of us think a light egg snack before bed is better than crackers or sweets because it's healthy protein. But your kidneys have a circadian rhythm, just like your brain. During the night, your kidneys are programmed to enter a low-flow state, a period of deep cellular repair and waste clearing. When you eat an egg after 8 p.m., you are effectively canceling that repair shift. Protein requires a significant amount of metabolic energy to break down into urea and creatinine. By eating late, you force your kidneys to stay in high-performance mode while you are trying to sleep. Not only does this lead to poor sleep quality because your core body temperature stays high for digestion, but it also causes a buildup of metabolic waste in the morning.
This is why you wake up feeling heavy, stiff, and unrefreshed.
Your kidneys didn't get their night off, they were forced to work the graveyard shift. We've spent the last few minutes talking about what's going wrong. It can feel overwhelming, can't it? But here is the good news. The human body is incredibly resilient when given the right conditions. You don't have to fear the egg, you just have to respect the filter. Next, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the golden egg protocol. The specific 3-step way to prepare and time your eggs that actually supports your kidneys, flushes out creatinine, and helps you reclaim that uninterrupted 8-hour sleep you've been missing. Understanding your filter capacity. Before I show you how to cook the perfect kidney-friendly meal, I want you to understand one thing. Creatinine isn't just a number on a lab report, it's a speedometer for your health. When your creatinine levels rise, it's a sign that your waste management system is struggling to keep the blood clean. But here's the secret. Your kidneys have a remarkable ability to stabilize if you reduce their work per hour. By changing how we eat our eggs, we are essentially giving your kidneys a lighter load so they can finally catch up on the backlog of toxins. Step 1. The gentle heat rule, the 8-minute steam first. We are retiring the frying pan. High heat frying creates those ages we talked about, the sludge. Instead, we are switching to steaming or soft boiling. Asterisk the method. Place your eggs in a steamer basket over boiling water for exactly 8 to 9 minutes. This ensures the white is fully cooked, killing bacteria and neutralizing the avidin that blocks vitamins, while the yolk is firm but not rubbery. This texture is the easiest for your aging digestive enzymes to break down, meaning less metabolic waste for your kidneys to filter later. Step 2. The fiber guard strategy. Never eat an egg in isolation. I want you to pair your eggs with what I call a fiber guard. Asterisk the science. When you eat protein with high-fiber vegetables like steamed broccoli, asparagus, or sautéed spinach, the fiber acts like a sponge. It slows down the absorption of protein and binds to excess cholesterol and toxins in the gut. Instead of a protein spike hitting your kidneys all at once, you get a slow, steady release. This keeps your filtration pressure stable and, bonus, keeps you full for much longer. Step 3. The anti-inflammatory boost, the turmeric hack. Here is my favorite clinical trick. Instead of reaching for the salt shaker, reach for turmeric and a crack of black pepper. Why? Turmeric contains curcumin, one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatories. Research suggests curcumin can actually help protect the renal tubules from oxidative stress. By seasoning your eggs with turmeric instead of salt, you are actively shielding your filters while reducing the sodium that causes high blood pressure and nighttime bathroom trips. The kidney curfew, timing is everything. And finally, the most important rule of the protocol, the 6 p.m. curfew. To stop the 3 a.m. wake-up calls, your kidneys need to be finished with their heavy lifting by the time your head hits the pillow. Eat your eggs for breakfast or lunch. If you must have them for dinner, ensure it's at least 4 hours before bed. When you respect this curfew, you give your kidneys the quiet hours they need to heal. You'll wake up without the puffiness under your eyes, without the stiff joints, and with a clarity of mind you haven't felt in years. You see, this isn't just a recipe. This is a lifestyle shift. But I know what some of you are thinking, is it too late for me? Is the damage already done? In our final segment, I want to share why it is never too late to reclaim your vitality. I've spent a lot of time today talking about markers, filters, and biological curfews. But behind every lab report is a person. A person who wants to be present for their family, who wants to travel without fear, and who deserves a night of deep, uninterrupted peace. I often hear people say, I'm in my 70s, the damage is already done. But that is a myth. Your body is not a static machine, it is a living, breathing ecosystem that responds to every kindness you show it. When you stop overworking your kidneys with high-heat fats and late-night protein spikes, you aren't just managing a condition, you are giving your cells the oxygen they need to breathe again. Within just 14 days of following the Golden Egg Protocol, many of my patients report a lightness they haven't felt in a decade. Their morning brain fog lifts, their energy stabilizes, and that heavy, dragging fatigue begins to vanish. Life after 60 shouldn't be a slow retreat from the things you love. It should be your most vibrant chapter yet. By making these small, sophisticated adjustments to how you eat one of nature's most perfect foods, you are taking the reins of your own longevity. You are telling your body that you are still in the game. Remember, your kidneys have been working for you every second of every day since before you were born. They've filtered millions of gallons of blood to keep you alive. Today is the day you start working for them. So, here is my challenge to you. Try the 8-minute steam, the fiber guard, and the 6 p.m. curfew for the next 2 weeks. See how your body feels. See how your sleep transforms. If you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button. It helps this message reach other seniors who might be struggling in silence. And if you want to join our growing community of people dedicated to aging with power and precision, hit subscribe and click the notification bell. I want to hear from you. Comment below with the word committed if you're taking the 14-day challenge starting tomorrow. And tell me, what's the one thing you're looking forward to doing once you get your energy back? I read as many of your stories as I can, and they truly inspire me. Until next time, keep your kidneys happy, your sleep deep, and your spirit high.
I am so glad you are here.
I'll see you in the next video.